I tried everything. I tried all the sweet talking and all the money talking. Nothing worked. I just grabbed him by the shirt. I said, listen, and he got scared.
A little olive oil. There you go. Enjoy.
My husband is a very even-tempered. My father's a little bit more fiery, and I think they balance out each other very well.
For Alessandra Quaglia, her husband Jean-Francis, and her father Nicholas, the restaurant business is a family affair.
The guy's going to come in, he's going to take a good week to do that.
Already partners in one restaurant, this trio is setting out to open a high-end $1 million Marinaside restaurant in the Yaletown district of Vancouver. Jean-Francis, with his passion for the food of his native Provence, will be at the heart of the restaurant. His Italian father-in-law, the fiery patriarch Nicholas, is both the designer and contractor. Although Alessandra trained as a chef, she will be responsible for the front of the restaurant. She is also the mediator between the two very different men in her life.
My father comes from Italy, from Bari, and that's in the south in the Apulia region. And my husband comes from Marseille, where we met actually in the south of France on the Côte d'Azur. I was working in Nice and doing my cooking apprenticeship.
I met Alessandra in one of the restaurant we were at, which was the Negresco in Nice. And then we fall in love. Her dad was living in Vancouver, and he used to tell us to come to Vancouver to open a restaurant, and that's when we decide to get married and come to Canada.
My husband is a very even-tempered. My father's a little bit more fiery, and I think they balance out each other very well.
The restaurant business, I must admit, is one of the toughest business I've ever been into. And I know one occasion, one of the chefs wanted to quit on me New Year's Eve, like 5 o'clock New Year's Eve, when you have like 175 reservations. I tried everything. I tried all the sweet talking and all the money talking. Nothing worked. I just grabbed him by the shirt. I said, listen, and he got scared. He said, no, please don't, I said, okay, go upstairs. And he went upstairs. I don't know what he was, but I had to get tough with him.
With the restaurant's spectacular waterside view, they are hoping to create a Mediterranean atmosphere.
To me, it's no different. It's gonna be equally beautiful. Whichever detail we put on those walls is gonna be absolutely fabulous. The look of the place is very European. It's got a lot of European flavor to it by means of the various shapes of arches like we have. But it has a West Coast chic, let's call it. The whole idea is that we want people to feel comfortable in the place, but we don't want them to feel that it's so chic that it looks too expensive. The thought is elegant casual, or whatever you want to call it.
Casual chic.
Casual. Yeah, well, okay, whatever. Use your French word, whatever you want to use.
For Jean-Francis, part of the new restaurant's attraction is having the best kitchen he can to express his culinary vision.
That's my department, the kitchen, so it's always exciting, to see stuff coming up. And this will be the cooking line. So we'll have the stove and everything on one side, and then the coolers and all the plating area on the other side. just have to imagine at this point.
Nicholas takes a moment to reminisce with his daughter. Before he got involved in the restaurant business, his uncompromising creativity expressed itself as a hairstylist to the supermodels of the 70s.
1972. 1972. And we were featured here. It's a 2-page spread. You were featured, you were in here too.
Yeah.
And when we did this shoot here, you were 3 years old.
With his Robert Redford good looks, he lived a fairy tale existence. It was a long way from the restaurant business. The new restaurant is a big gamble for them. It will seat up to 150 diners and have a budget that is 5 times greater than their first restaurant located in suburban Vancouver.
We put some money from this place, some money we bought, some money from my father-in-law.
Jean-Francis and his family are ambitious enough to rise to the new challenge, even though it is pushing their finances to the limit.
Hopefully we can keep it under $1 million, that's what we're hoping for.
The family has survived the smaller neighborhood restaurant, but will they survive the pressure of bringing the much bigger and riskier Marinaside project to life? They have less than 2 months to get the restaurant completed.
My stepmother left my father. And this was about 3 or 4 days after we had signed the deal with Concord Pacific that we were going to take over this $1 million endeavor. And I think for my father it was just very, very devastating.
We all have to go together. I want to make sure you see the large piece of this.
The strength of our success has been within the family. It's been something that I don't think a lot of partners in business ever really have, because we came from a foundation that has grown as a unit, and now that unit has been broken.
It's all maple.
And my father's been very emotional. I've been very emotional, and it hasn't been easy.
It's a natural thing with me to fall in love, and when I fall in love, I love to be in love. My first wife, Alessandra's mother, we met. We were very young, and we fell in love, and that was a beautiful thing. It lasted 10 years. Dorothy, my second wife, she became the second wife. We had a beautiful life together for 20 years. And recently, 6-7 months ago, that story has ended. So now I live here in this lovely apartment, and I'm back in the restaurant business with my son-in-law, Jean-Francis, and my daughter, Alessandra. And I'm happy.
Alessandra and Jean-Francis take a trip down memory lane, buying the ingredients for a dish they often made together when they lived in Marseille.
Lobster, maybe around 1 1/4.
Jean-Francis's cooking philosophy comes from his native Provence, where the emphasis is on fresh, locally available ingredients prepared in a style that maximizes flavor. The restaurant will specialize in fish and seafood, all with a Mediterranean touch. Vancouver may be thousands of kilometers away from Provence, but for a seafood-obsessed chef, it's one of the best places in North America to buy fresh ingredients.
Bye-bye, thank you. Here, I don't know how we could do that. That's why we say Southern French Italian, because Provence is, it's right where I'm from. It's on the Mediterranean, and whether you go, anybody on the Mediterranean, the product, the essential product in Provence is olive oil, olives,
extra virgin olive oil,
olives, garlic, basil, fresh tomato, and then those are the ones who come, and all the seafood right on the water. We're gonna do the seafood platter, and which is with lobster, scallop, prawn. We have some tuna, salmon, crab, clams and mussel. That's for one dish.
In the kitchen of the original Provence, Jean-Francis prepares the dish he's planning to make the specialty of the Marinaside restaurant. He grills the lobster, scallops, salmon, and tuna just long enough to seal in their flavor. The clams and mussels are steamed in white wine, lemon juice, and garlic. The crab is roasted with lemon, herbs, and tomatoes. The dish is served with 7-grain rice and snow pea sprouts.
A little olive oil. There you go. Enjoy.
With much work still to be done, everything comes down to whether Nicholas can keep the project moving forward.
People seem to take their time, and I know I have to somewhat of a deadline, and I gotta bring everybody together. And everybody's asleep. They take their time. They don't know. Sometimes they make mistakes, and you gotta go back and forth to this place. You gotta go back and forth to that place. Make sure he's doing it right.
Opening night is 10 days away, and they have no lights or functioning kitchen.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. I love it.
It's a week to go, and the Brazilian granite Nicholas has chosen for the bar top still hasn't been cut to size.
So, Alessandro, do you like this?
I do.
You agree?
I think it's great.
So that goes. That's it. It's made of the. What are you going to charge me for this? How much? For all our work, how much? What are we talking?
11,500.
11,500. We're ready to go. How long is it going to take? We want it. Can we do it yesterday?
But I'd like to come down to the studio and see your work now.
Alessandra wants to check out some paintings from an artist who specializes in Provençal scenes that she hopes will be perfect for the restaurant.
Please do come in, yes.
Thank you.
These are your boys, your man.
Yes.
Good. That's just right.
Now, how much is this one?
This one was US dollars, I think, 2,950, which translates into around 3,500 Canadian.
Canadian.
Nicholas discusses an important issue with Jean-Francis over lunch at their favorite Italian restaurant.
The only thing I have against those candles is that if I'm sitting across and I have a beautiful, there's a beautiful lady across from me, and I got this candle bothering me, like, that's gonna, when I want to be able to look at this gorgeous beauty, I don't want a candle to interfere with my life.
But people
this
love,
is not, and I'm sure that if it bothers me, it bothers other people. So the candle is very important. That doesn't take away. In other words, it's not intrusive. It's not bothersome. This got to be soothing. So we got to look for a candle that doesn't have the flame right in my eye when I look at the other person.
We don't get complaint on the candle.
Well, you got to complain from me.
From you, yeah.
So that's important.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do about it?
Well, we have to look.
So we have to look for a candle that's still a nice candle, a beautiful candle. I'm not saying that you got to...
I hope she didn't order yet. I gotta check on her.
I'm not saying
she might have ordered already.
Well,
so.
that's why I'm saying that I don't do anything without your approval. So likewise, I'd like you to do the same thing. You have to check with me at detail. So I want to see that candle. I want to look at it.
She tried to make them the same one a little bit higher up, but I don't think.
But the flame, you see, is the flame. When
we have to retract the flame, maybe. Tap it down and you put.
No.
So the artist, you like the artist today, then?
I like the artist. Yeah, he's wonderful. I think his paintings will look really nice.
Yeah. What we're missing already, like small equipment. So we made a list, and I have to go pick up some of those.
Okay, Okay, this is a reinforced one with a smaller mesh. Is this a good enough length, or would you like something longer?
No, that's long enough, yeah. Do you have a shorter one, actually?
Yes, we do. We have one shorter. Do you want a digital timer?
Yes, but I need a loud timer. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad.
That's fairly loud.
How do we stop that one? Stop. Yeah, this is
That'll
even
be
better.
$21.
Alessandra is surprised to find that Nicholas has gone with a different artist.
So basically, the painting. Why do I want it like this? I wanted it like this, and I expressed my views to the artist. I wanted to look very old-looking, something from the past, and very also conducive to what we're doing, which is ocean, seafood, boats.
I think what I loved about the other one was the bright colors, the freshness of the lavender, and the reflection of Provence. And
It's just beautiful. I just love it, and it's a great tribute to the artist that picked up on me just the way I wanted.
Opening night is 24 hours away.
So that's it tomorrow.
Do you think it's gonna work? Oh, yes, there it is! One more day, this is it.
Hopefully it's gonna work tomorrow too, I tell you.
All the construction, and here we are. It's finished, it's over,
Okay.
it's done. We want to see. All right.
Okay, let's go to bed. The bread as well. Okay, I need everybody attention, please. Today we're gonna divide everybody per team.
Opening day. Even though Jean-Francis is busy with final preparations in the kitchen, he is forced to play courier.
Going to a plant store or something. To buy some plant or planters, I'm not even sure. To Nicholas. Just need my car.
Match. Okay, it's like... We don't... Yes. Okay.
Okay, you go first. So where you want this one, Nicholas? Okay, watch out. I'm gonna go by each item, and if you have any question, raise a question. The mushroom bouillon, it's a button mushroom, it's roast button mushroom, escargot with ratatouille. Ratatouille, it's a vegetable stew on a tomato base. Prawn, which we can, freshwater prawn, yeah, or cold water prawn, freshwater prawn. And they're a little sweeter. Some people have an easy life, you know. The bouillabaisse, I'm jumping the antipasto there. Creme fraiche, mashed potato, baby carrot, 2 scallop.
I have to go home and get changed.
The doors are officially open. Guests are arriving.
Congratulations so much. Thanks for
Congratulations. How are you?
Wonderful. Thanks for coming.
How are you? A nervous wreck?
You know, I took the boys skiing today, which was like
Good for you.
so I think that kind of like
Yeah.
released all the
Tension.
tension, and everything's fine.
Second course, 1 poisson du jour, 1 poisson.
But it's not so relaxing for Jean-Francis in the kitchen.
Yeah, let's.
Can we hang your coat?
Have you met my daughter? You met my daughter.
The other day.
So he wants an antipasto, 3 choice, only seafood salad.
What name is your reservation number?
Close to us. She's been putting up with us for quite a while. With all the noise, all the drilling.
By 95-96.
Nicholas is holding court. This is what he lives for. He is the consummate pro.
20, please.
Nicholas introduces his guests to the specialty of the house, Jean-Francis's seafood platter.
We have the best chef. We have the best chef.
The best hostess.
And of course the best hostess. And between the two of them, forget about me. The major ingredient is this man right here. This is the talent personified. What I do, everybody can do. You just have to pay for it. But what he does is very unique.
You have to pay for too.
Well, you do. But
from the heart.
talent is something that you don't find.
It's a great
you
tip.
don't find every day. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Provence Marinaside opens to great acclaim. In spite of the stresses and strains, the strength of the family has once again triumphed.